Hello friends in Sydney, taking us through 2JJ for part of our first broadcast. You're listening to 4ZZ FM in Brisbane, bringing you stereo FM rock on a frequency of 105.7 megahertz. 4ZZ FM is not only Queensland's first stereo FM station, it is also a public broadcasting station, non-commercial and non-ABC.
I visited the 4ZZZ studios to find out what Brisbane's first community radio station is all about.
Started in 1975 at UQ at St Lucia, and it was, I believe, started by the student union there. And basically it was to give a voice to the minority and to give a voice to people that weren't represented in the community at the time. So it's just been going strong ever since then.
37 years and hundreds of volunteers later, 4ZZZ still thrives on giving back to the community. But it's not always fun and games, with community radio stations not always getting the funding they need.
Fortunately, we can't pay everyone, so we try and make it, their experience, volunteers' experience here, as fruitful as possible, and make sure they have a really good time. Other things would just be, general building and maintenance, and keeping basically the bills paid.
You keep the station alive through fundraising. Can you tell us about that?
Basically, my main role is to grab sponsorship from around the community and around the world for 4ZZZ, and to try and basically find new sponsors all the time. So do fundraising such as the transmission fundraiser we did in March, which was basically that we needed a new transmitter. And we only received half the money for that through grants, so we needed to raise the second half of the money.
After several fundraising efforts, the funds needed were finally raised, and 4ZZZ received their transmitter thanks to much community support. Community radio stations aren't just funded by the community. They operate and play music for it, as well as play music by the community.
And, keep giving back, because we get a band in every week. So we have a local band in every week, we have local music that we play every week from the bands.
This next track is Head Wound the Pony, and the track is by Head Wound the Pony, and the track is called An Altar of Bones. Find the maximum volume on your stereo. Cheers.
What do you think it is that draws people to the station over more commercial mainstream radio stations?
The people, they want to hear the metal. They want to hear the music that the band's playing, and that their bands, their friends' bands, they want to hear it. They want to hear it on the radio. So, yeah, it's really good to know that support's out there.
So I mean, definitely with radio playing things like this, and television spots and everything, it definitely, 4ZZZ gives bands like us,
the opportunity
to really get our stuff out there, promotion and things like that. So it's great.
Do you think that there will ever be room for a show like Metal Maiden and Doom Hippie on commercial radio?
I think that there could be. We have a lot of free reign here, though. Being a community radio show, we, pretty much can play whatever we want.
And that was Godor.
Yes, it was. So, but I think, the market is out there. It's just a matter of getting past the pop culture and getting, breaking it into that, and, really getting the listeners and showing that we can actually do it.
4ZZZ has proved they can do it every day for the last 37 years, having helped bands like Regurgitator and the Amity Affliction be heard. And though community radio faces several challenges, with the help of the community, 4ZZZ will continue to strive in Brisbane and has a bright future ahead.
I love being a volunteer here, it's great.
Oh, I can't imagine Brisbane without 4ZZZ.